Good morning from the Country Charm Pony Farm in Montana. I'm just working on a talk. I'm a minister of a church. I'm Edee Weigel, and I'm a minister of a church, Unity of Billings, and we have a great group of people, and I love serving there. I'm writing a talk for January the 11th called A New You Revolution, and it's time to ponder, the seeds that we'll sow in 2026, the seeds of faith and goodwill and brotherhood and a spiritual focused life, a life that is spiritually focused. I mean, if all you do is take a walk and look up at the sky and just feel the beauty of God's creation, it's not always found in a church. It's found inside of you. A spiritually centered life tunes in to what's going on in your heart. So the seeds that we sow in 2026, the seeds that we sow become our reality, but they need fertile ground. In other words, you need to prepare your life so that the fruits of your labor truly can bloom. Joni Mitchell said that we're all stardust and we're golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. The garden. Do you have any idea what that might be? What is the garden? The garden of spiritual delight within your heart. The thing that makes you notice the birds are going to come back. The trees are starting to bud out. Even though it's January, spring is starting already. Especially when you live in a big natural place like Montana. Spring is starting. There's cows will be calving. All the animals will be getting ready to give birth. Springtime. It's right around the corner. But that secret garden, that personal time you spend with yourself, spend with your spirit, spend with God, spend with prayer. That moment when you have faith that a situation that's bothering you is going to be resolved. I mean, you throw some faith in there. Faith is the energy that creates a better outcome. But that garden of delight, it's symbolic, it's energetic, and it's metaphorical. I always like that word, metaphorical. The metaphorical garden, even just thinking of it, it gives you an immediate connection with your divine higher self. Think to yourself, I can create this peace within me. Just thinking of this garden brings an inner glow and an inner joy. Sometimes you have to work at this. You might be stuck in traffic, or you're having a problem, and you're like, I can turn this over to God. I can let this go. I can let it go. The divine inner glow, it brings a joy. It's a joy on your face everywhere you go. I mean, shopping in Walmart yesterday, it's like I made 20 instant friends with just that look in our eyes. We saw each other. Mothers getting their food for their children. I see these single guys with all the stuff mounded up in their shopping carts. I shake my head. God bless you guys. God bless them all. But you have that garden within, and it's a connection actually energetically to the quantum field. I mean, I love Einstein. I love scientific thinking, because you take all these scientists and they get down to the point where they have to prove that God is there. God is proven in science that most of the universe, they do not understand. They do not understand. They can put names on it. They can watch what happens. When it gets down to it, there's something going on that's running the perfect unity of our planets and our world that the scientists can't even begin to fathom. It's all God. It's God. It's energy. It's God's goodness. Self-love lives in this inner garden. So self-love, when you love yourself, you create a faith practice. Can't you get up every single day and say, I know it's going to work out for me, no matter what the problem is? And of course, saying a prayer, God help me. That instant feeling within you. You may have been raised in a home that didn't have a church practice or an inner practice. But just, I grew up with a minister for a mother, so every single minute of every day was good Bible sayings and inspirations. But my mom was into yoga too, so we meditated and we did our stretches and did all our stuff, good old mom. She's been passed away since 2018. She'd be like 100 years now, 100 years old if she's still alive. But, it's the practice that you start now that makes the most difference. Even just mindfulness, breathing, just even taking a big deep breath and just simply saying the words thank you. You don't have to have a big faith. A little bit of faith starts you in the right direction. Anyway, I'm working on my talk for Sunday, January 11th, 2026 at Unity of Billings. It's at the corner near 14th and Central Avenue. And if you want to know more about what's going on with us and what we believe in and what we can help you with, feel free to get a hold of me. God bless you. Have a great day and have a happy New You revolution.